Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning. I am VC Pramod. The headlines. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh meets Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan to discuss issues related to military preparedness in response to Pahalgam terrorist attack. Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha summons one-day special session of Jammu and Kashmir Legislative Assembly today. Indian diaspora around the world holds protests against horrific terror attack at Pahalgam. President Droupadi Murmu to confer Padma Awards at Rashtrapati Bhavan this evening. And in IPL cricket, Royal Challengers Bengaluru defeat Delhi Capitals by 6 wickets in Delhi last night. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh met Chief of Defence Staff CDS General Anil Chauhan to discuss important issues related to military preparedness in response to the Pahalgam terrorist attack in which 26 tourists from various states were killed on the 22nd of April. The meeting, which took place at the Defence Minister's residence in Delhi yesterday, lasted for about 40 minutes. According to sources, General Chauhan apprised the Defence Minister about the military strategy and preparations regarding the elimination of terrorism during his time. BSF officers were also present in Delhi for the meeting on key issues related to defence preparations. DG of Border Security Force, BSF, Daljit Singh Chaudhary also visited the Home Ministry yesterday. Meanwhile, the Indian Navy yesterday successfully carried out an anti-ship missile exercise and said that it is fully prepared for combat at any time, anywhere and in any manner to safeguard the maritime interests of the country. The missile test was conducted from the Indian naval ships. This anti-ship firing drill conducted by the Navy has revalidated the readiness of the platform, systems and personnel for conducting long-range precision offensive strikes. The Navy said that they have carried out several successful anti-ship missile firings to demonstrate the readiness of the personnel. The Indian Army effectively responded to firing by Pakistan military along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir last night. Defence sources said Pakistan Army posts fired unprovoked across the line of control in Kupwara and Poonch areas, and the Indian troops responded swiftly and effectively. In Jammu and Kashmir, on the request of the Cabinet, Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha has summoned a one-day special session of the Legislative Assembly today to discuss Pahalgam terror attack in which 25 tourists and a local were killed and many others were injured. The Assembly will pay tribute to those killed in the terror attack, followed by discussions on the incident and related issues, and then passing a resolution strongly condemning the incident, which sent shockwaves not only in the country but across the world.
Jammu and Kashmir Cabinet, which met under the chairmanship of Chief Minister Umar Abdullah on April 23, had recommended to the Lieutenant Governor for the convening of special assembly session on April 28 in the aftermath of Pahalgam terror attack. The assembly has been called at 10:30 a.m. today, which is likely to adopt a resolution condemning the terror attack on the tourists. The resolution has been drafted and will be introduced in the House, followed by speeches of leaders of different political parties and reply by the Chief Minister Umar Abdullah. This is a rare occasion when a special session of the legislature is being called. This is Anil for Akashvani News from Jammu.
A total of 537 Pakistanis have returned via Atari Wagah joint checkpost in Amritsar after the 48-hour deadline given to Pakistani nationals present in India on SAARC visa ended yesterday. The decision instructing Pak nationals to leave India was taken during the Central Committee on Security CCS meeting called on April 23rd in the aftermath of the Pahalgam terrorist attack. Protocol Call Officer Arun Mahal, posted at Atari, told our Punjab correspondent that the date of return for all visa holders, including those on medical visa, has been extended till April 29th, 2025.
24 से लेके अब तक की नजर में देखा जाए तो 537 पाकिस्तान से इंडिया वापस जा चुके हैं और 850 भारतीय जो पाकिस्तान अलग अलग वीजा पे गए हुए थे वो वापस आ चुके हैं। टोटल 1387 पाक नेशनल और इंडियन आपस में इनको मिक्स किया गया तो ये सारे पाकिस्तान और इंडिया आ जा चुके हैं।
Meanwhile, a total of 1,387 Indians have also returned from Pakistan till last evening. The Uttarakhand government has cancelled the registration of 77 Pakistani nationals who had signed up for the annual Char Dham and Hemkund Sahib pilgrimage. The decision was announced by State Tourism and Cultural Minister Satpal Maharaj.
पाकिस्तान के नागरिक होंगे, उनका रजिस्ट्रेशन कैंसिल होगा, वो चारधाम यात्रा नहीं कर पाएंगे। ये हमने निर्णय लिया है। उनका वीजा भी वैसे समाप्त हो रहा है, उन सबको पाकिस्तान लौट जाना चाहिए। ये 77 के करीब संख्या है, पर निश्चित रूप में कोई भी पाकिस्तानी जो है वो यात्रा नहीं कर पाएगा।
The Indian diaspora around the world staged protests against the targeted killings of Hindu tourists in the horrific terror attack at Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir. From Federation Square in Melbourne to the Pakistan High Commission in London and from Copenhagen to the Pakistan Embassy in Kathmandu, protesters demanded justice and condemned the brutal act of terror. Voices of anger, pain and unity echoed globally as the diaspora stands in solidarity with the victims and calls for action. Indian community members also held massive protests in France's Paris, Switzerland's Zurich, Finland's Helsinki, Spain and several other countries. In a solemn gathering, the community members paid tribute to the innocent lives lost and sent a strong message against terrorism. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asserted that unity and solidarity of 140 crore Indians is the biggest strength of the country in its fight against terrorism. Addressing the nation in his Mann Ki Baat program on Akashvani yesterday, Mr. Modi assured the people that the perpetrators and conspirators behind Pahalgam terror attack will be given the harshest punishment. 26 people lost their lives in the terror incident in Jammu and Kashmir's Pahalgam on the 22nd of this month. Prime Minister Modi said, following the terror attack, several global leaders called him up and wrote letters strongly condemning this heinous terrorist attack.
पूरा विश्व आतंकवाद के खिलाफ हमारी लड़ाई में 140 करोड़ भारतीयों के साथ खड़ा है। मैं पीड़ित परिवारों को भरोसा देता हूं, उन्हें न्याय मिलेगा। इस हमले के दोषियों और साजिश रचने वालों को कठोरतम जवाब दिया जाएगा।
The Prime Minister said the enemies of India and Jammu and Kashmir were not pleased that peace was returning to Kashmir, democracy was getting stronger and tourists were increasing at a record rate. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle @AIR News Alerts. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download the News on AIR app. President Droupadi Murmu will present the Padma Awards at the first civil investiture ceremony at the Rashtrapati Bhavan this evening. Padma Awards, one of the highest civilian awards of the country, are conferred in 3 categories: Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri. The awards are given in various disciplines and fields of activities including art, social work, public affairs, science and engineering, trade and industry, medicine, literature and education, sports and civil service. A report.
On the eve of Republic Day this year, government had announced 139 Padma Awards, which comprises of 7 Padma Vibhushan, 19 Padma Bhushan and 113 Padma Shri awards. Prominent Padma Vibhushan awardees are violinist and composer Dr. L. Subramaniam and gastroenterologist D. Nageshwar Reddy. Among Padma Bhushan awardees are eminent editor and former Prasar Bharati chairman A. Surya Prakash, cine actors Anant Nag, Nandamuri Balkrishna and S. Ajit Kumar, Bharatnatyam dancer Sobhna Chandra Kumar and former Indian hockey team captain P.R. Shijesh. Many unsung heroes like 100-year-old freedom fighter from Goa, Libya Lobo Sardesai, 96-year-old leather puppeteer Bhimappa Dodabalappa Silekyathara and Chaitram Devchand Pawar, who conserved 400 hectares of forest in Maharashtra, will be honoured with Padma Shri. Anupam Mishra, Akashvani News, Delhi.
Union Health Minister J.P. Nadda said that India is making big strides in cancer care with a focus on setting up large-scale treatment centres and promoting early diagnosis. He, quoting a report by the recognized medical journal The Lancet, said that with the government's efforts, 90% of cancer patients in India are now starting their treatment within 30 days of diagnosis. Mr. Nadda was speaking at the inauguration of the expanded Cancer Institute and the launch of the state-of-the-art True Beam Unit at the Government Cancer Hospital in Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar in Maharashtra.
लैंसेट अब ये कहने लगे है कि डिटेक्शन के बाद ट्रीटमेंट विद इन 30 डेज प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना के तहत 90% पेशेंट्स को उसका ट्रीटमेंट शुरू हो जाता है। बहुत सी ऐसी बातें हैं जो हमको बताती हैं कि हमारे स्वास्थ्य विभाग के लोगों ने और हमारे स्वास्थ्य कर्मचारियों ने और हमारे स्वास्थ्य फ्रेटर्निटी बहुत बढ़िया काम किया है।
Union Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas Hardeep Singh Puri, along with Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta, will launch the Ayushman Way Vandana cards for Delhiites in New Delhi today. The scheme provides 5 lakh rupees free health cover to all senior citizens of the age of 70 years and above, irrespective of their socio-economic status. The senior citizens of the age of 70 years and above belonging to families already covered under ABPMJ scheme will get an additional top-up cover up to 5 lakh rupees per year for themselves. The newly formed BJP government in its 100-day action plan had announced it would enroll at least 1 lakh beneficiaries under the insurer scheme within 30 days. And now news from the world of sports. In IPL T20 cricket, Royal Challengers Bengaluru defeated Delhi Capitals by 6 wickets at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi last night. We have more from our sports desk.
Chasing a target of 163 runs set by Delhi, Bengaluru reached the target with 9 balls to spare. Krunal Pandya was the top scorer for the visitors, remaining unbeaten with a quick-fire 73 runs of 47 balls. Virat Kohli also contributed with 51 runs. Today, Rajasthan Royals will clash with Gujarat Titans at the Savai Mansingh Stadium in Jaipur at 7:30 p.m. Moving on to Asian Yogasana Championship, where India concluded their campaign with a dominant performance, securing a record 83 gold medals and a total of 87 medals, finishing well ahead of Japan. And finally, in the Kalinga Super Cup 2025, Jamshedpur FC reached the semi-finals after beating Northeast United FC 5-4 in a dramatic penalty shootout at the Kalinga Stadium yesterday. With Neelam Kaushik, this is Manik Sharma, Akashvani News, Delhi.
Canada will go to the polls today. This election comes at a time when United States President Donald Trump made several unpredictable global tariff policies and called for Canada to become the 51st U.S. state. Economic stability, cost of living, housing affordability, and climate policy issues have become central to the national conservation as voters prepare to cast their ballots. The main contenders being the Liberal Party's representative Prime Minister Mark Carney and the opposition Conservative Party's Pierre Poilievre. The death toll from a massive explosion at a port near southern Iranian city of Bandar Abbas has reached 40. The Saturday explosion and the subsequent fire left more than 1,000 people wounded, of whom 197 were hospitalized. The cause of the incident has not been determined yet. The Iranian government spokeswoman Fatemeh Mohajarani, in a post on social media, said the administration had declared a day of national mourning today. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian visited the port yesterday to assess the circumstances of the blast and visited some of the injured. Despite the incident, the port's wharves have resumed operations and cargo handling. And now, for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Subhadra Ramachandran.
Thank you, Pramod. Pahalgam culprits will get harshest punishment, PM, is the headline in the Hindustan Times. Indians' blood is boiling, justice to be served, says Modi, is the headline in the Asian Age. And the Tribune headlines, entire nation seething with rage, PM vows retribution for attack. The Times of India has the headline, blood boiling but national unity will steer Pahalgam response, PM. Most papers also have on their front page the story of the resignation of DMK ministers Senthil Balaji and K. Ponmudi, paving way for the reshuffle of the Tamil Nadu government headed by Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. The Hindu headlines, 2 TN ministers quit on strong court remarks. The Indian Express headline, DMK forces ministers facing court fire to quit. All papers are widely covered with pictures of the emotional farewell of Indian and Pakistani nationals at the Atari integrated checkpost. The Statesman says, emotional crossing is at Atari as return deadline ends. And finally, at 27.2 degrees Celsius, catalogues its warmest night in 6 years, is a story in the Pioneer. With that, it's back to you, Pramod.
Thank you, Subhadra. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh meets Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan to discuss issues related to military preparedness in response to Pahalgam terrorist attack. Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha summons one-day special session of Jammu and Kashmir Legislative Assembly today. Indian diaspora around the world holds protests against horrific terror attack at Pahalgam. President Droupadi Murmu to confer Padma Awards at Rashtrapati Bhavan this evening. And in IPL cricket, Royal Challengers Bengaluru defeat Delhi Capitals by 6 wickets in Delhi last night. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.